What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and this time I wanted to address the issue of Phil now calling for his dents to rise up and create a legal fund for him. Our boy Phil is going to be Braveheart and sue Google. That's right, that's what he plans on doing. Phil, the man that streams in his little bedroom, to 200 people begging for, for tips, is going to take on one of the biggest companies in the world. Oh my lord. So we all know, we've heard Phil, he loves to talk about the law and people breaking the law, and apparently everyone is breaking the law. And now that he finds himself on the end of being hit with strikes, channel strikes, copy strikes, he's all up in arms, and of course he's worried because it's impacting him. He could care less what it was happening to other people, aka myself. And he had some hand or some part in it and could have helped to resolve the issue and chose not to. But now, of course, it's bothering. Karma has circled back and hit Phil, and now he's Saul Goodman now. He wants to see justice. So of course, he talked about this on his podcast the other day, where he talked about creating a legal fund so that he can speak to a lawyer. You don't need a legal fund for that, Phil. And start the proceedings of possibly suing Google. And our boy Shinko here had a really good video. He streamed it the other day, and I wanted to play it and then just provide my comments over it. So let's listen.
I don't actually know what else to do. Now, like I said, I don't have money and time for this. So if I need help, I'm going to let you know. If I need to even have like a legal fund for this.
This is one thing I will not tolerate. This is a scam that we watch other content creators fall and burn because of this shit. If he pulls off a legal fund, this isn't like YouTube. This is a legitimate scam. It's a fucking legitimate scam. And if people decide to fuck with him, that's what it is.
To talk to a lawyer and figure out, why am I supposed to protect my business when YouTube is granting false claims all over the place? They're granting false claims in my name, and now it sounds like they're granting other false claims against me too. What am I supposed to do? Maybe the lawyer will have answers. Maybe the lawyer will be able to contact YouTube and get it all cleared up. I don't know.
Okay. Excuse me. I have a little bit of knowledge in this area, being that I have a brother that's a lawyer, so I've dealt with legal issues and so on. So first of all, Phil, you don't need a legal fund or any money whatsoever to talk to a lawyer. Just about every single lawyer in this country will give you what's called a free consultation, where you can come in for an hour or two, have a discussion with the lawyer, their paralegal team, some type of administrator on it, someone, but typically it would be the lawyer if he deems that you may have a case. So they'll sit with you for free, talk to you about the specifics, and then let you know whether you have a case, whether you can pursue it, and kind of roughly what you're looking at paying, and if it's something worth doing. That's the first thing. The second thing, Phil, is that you're not suing your neighbor whose cat is peeing on your lawn every day. Something that you can do in small claims court. You are suing a multi-billion, almost trillion-dollar company who has their own legal teams of probably in the thousands. They will bleed you in court fees. There's no winning. There's no upside to this. And every lawyer, small time, will know this and basically say, yeah, you really have no case. Second and thirdly, what you're trying to sue YouTube over is them following DMCA law, where they're regulated and they're told you have to follow these policies. Now, they don't always follow them the best, I admit to that, and they do have loopholes and problems that they need to fix. But they're trying their best. I understand that it's a very difficult thing for them to do. And being a person that has been hit by false strikes, I'm frustrated, and yeah, I get annoyed and pissed off, but I'm smart enough to know that suing, you won't be able to sue Google. There's no way. Maybe if there's a class action suit with thousands of content creators, maybe. That's a slight maybe. But Phil Burnell, the man from Washington, The man who can't pay his bills, the gambling addict, the man who rather spend his money on WWE champions than, say, improve his life, he's going to go up against Google and sue them. And I agree with Shinko. Him calling for a legal fund is a scam. It's a scam. It's a scam. Him asking his dents to provide money for something that's never going to happen is a scam. And as we've seen in the past where Phil has asked for money for certain things, either for paying some type of bill or, to pay for a plumber, whatever, what may have you, right? And someone asked him a little later, hey, whatever happened to that money? What does Phil say? Well, I spent it on bills, more important bills. It just reminds me of the whole Minecraft thing. Remember when someone bought him, when he was playing Minecraft, someone bought him a game, or someone gave him money for a game to play. And then Phil decided, oh, okay, I'll take that money. And it was specifically for a game. He took that money and then decided, oh, wait a minute, I got to pay a bill. I'm going to pay a bill and not buy the game. And then he was called out on it. And he essentially said, well, you gave me the money. I didn't request it. I could do whatever I want with the money. Right? Remember that, Phil? And you got so much pressure that you said, okay, I'm going to return the money. You either returned the money or you bought the game. I'm not sure what it was. But you tried to justify your actions by claiming, well, they gave me the money. I can do, once someone gives me the money, I could do whatever I want with it. No, Phil, it doesn't work that way. It's sort of like if you call on people to say, I need money for this specific thing, and people give you money for that. You need to, legally, use that money for that specific thing or give the money back. Or say, all right, I'm not using it for this. I'm going to use it for something else. If you're okay with it, let me know. If not, I will refund your money. Or something like that. You just can't basically say, well, I'm setting up a legal fund and then take that money that you get for that legal fund and use it for your day off so that your big wife can get shrimp. You can't. You can be held legally liable for that. That is a scam. And if you guys have seen the news and seen the news stories about these charity sites, these GoFundMe and stuff like that, where they're scams, and it gets found out, and what does GoFundMe do? They redistribute the money back. That's what they do, because legally that's what they have to do. They're required to do that. They could be held liable for that. And for you to sit here and call for your debts, to help you pay into a legal fund that you aren't going to use, because we all know you're not suing Google. Everyone knows this, Phil. And we know that in a few months when someone asks you, hey, whatever happened to that money with the legal fund? And you're going to sit there and say, well, I used it to pay bills. Yeah, that's no bueno, Phil. That's no good. And if you do that, I really hope someone reaches out and either sues you or reports you to YouTube or PayPal, because I'm assuming this fund will go through PayPal. It'll be a tip. And someone will donate a tip and then say, hey, this is for the legal fund. And you're supposed to segment that money out and put it into your legal fund. And when you don't do that, I hope someone reports you to PayPal and YouTube. And I'll be following this closely. I'm very interested to see how this legal fund goes and whether Phil has the balls to actually do this and actually go through with this. And the reason why it's very interesting is because remember at the beginning of last year, Phil called on to set up a PC fund, but he didn't do it because he didn't go through it because he knew that if someone allocated money for that PC fund, he had to use it for that PC. And Phil does not want to be told by anyone, especially a dent, how to use his money. And that's why he never set up the PC fund, because he knows people would contribute to that and not allocate funds for his daily tips. So that's why he didn't do it. So this is going to be very interesting. I can't wait to watch and see what happens. And I expect Phil to hopefully come to his senses and not set up this legal fund. But if he does, oh my lord, this is going to tie him into such problems, because Phil can't control himself. Any money he gets, he spends it. And that's what he's going to do. He's going to take any money in a legal fund and spend it on DoorDash, on Sushi for Cat, for her makeup, and then sit back later and basically try to claim, oh, well, they gave me the money, I can do whatever I want with it. And it doesn't work that way. Anyway, stay tuned. I will definitely be tracking and following this and talking about it more in the near future. Peace out.